Hey guys, it's Perry Angela Wickham and Kathy Alba of BlueBonnetLove.com. Today is Wednesday, March 30th, 2016, and wanted to give you guys a quick Bluebonnet Frolic report from yesterday on Tuesday, March 29th, 2016. Just to let you guys know, it is currently raining, overcast, and drizzly in the hill country, at least around Marble Falls, and it is expected to rain in Fredericksburg today, along with the possibility for severe thunderstorms. Now, while some of you guys will think that's a bad thing, that's actually a good thing, and here's how. I'm telling you, well, okay, it's a little bit of a mix, but the flowers are getting the moisture they need, temperatures are staying lower, and that means they should be plump and juicy and fresh for y'all this coming weekend, April 2nd and 3rd. Now, the caveat to that, the downside is, yes, the grasses will start growing. As long as the temperatures stay a little bit lower, though, the grasses won't get, it won't be hot and they won't get going too quick. We think that the Marble Falls, Llano, Fredericksburg area and Mason area is just starting to come into peak. We cruised on some roads last week, and while they were pretty, when we went past them again this week, they were even prettier. Okay, so we spent all day yesterday at Turkey Bend Recreation Area's small field. I cannot tell you guys enough. Kathy, you agree?
I agree.
How nicely situated that little field is. It is a great one to do portraits in, selfies in, especially starting about 5 o'clock when you don't have the low overhang of the clouds, because the light will come through the mesquite trees that are on top of the ridge of that little field, and it'll diffuse your light. You'll get the highlights in everyone's hair. It'll be this dreamy, ethereal look to the bluebonnets. We thought yesterday the field had come in even thicker than it had been. I'm gonna let Kathy concentrate on the traffic because we're driving in the rain behind a big old truck.
Those are thick over there.
But look how she gets distracted. So we think that field came in even more because when we were there the first time, it still had a lot of young bloom heads on it. We highly recommend that field. Now guys, that field is going to be very sensitive to people trampling it. So do not trample the bluebonnets or sit on the bluebonnets in that field. It has enough open spaces in the flowers that you can sit someone down, sit your child down, and then the photographer needs to be across from the bluebonnets real low and shooting across the bluebonnets for that in the bluebonnets look without sitting your child or loved one on top of the bluebonnets. There is no excuses for sitting anyone on top of the bluebonnets. Also, please don't have picked bluebonnets in your photos. I know that the little ones will pick them accidentally, but guys, there's no point to do that. You have to understand, if you pick the flowers or you trample the flowers or you sit on the flowers, they die, and that means no seeds. So if everyone would do that, our fields will come back in each year, year after year. So like I said, we spent the whole day at Turkey Bend, man. We highly recommend that little field. Don't trample the bluebonnets if you go out there. There is an entrance fee. It's $5 per person, and I think under a certain age, the kids are free. And then if it's senior citizens, there's a cheaper price for that. So make sure you pay at the entrance. Other than that, FM 1431 is starting to thicken up too, east of Marble Falls on the way to Turkey Bend Recreation Area. So I'm starting to recommend that field. We were kind of a little about it last week, but now that things are starting to come in, it's getting better. So we highly recommend all roads out of Llano. Okay, so you guys find Llano on the map, look at all the different roads out of it. You have Highway 71, Highway 16, you have Highway 29, and you have Ranch Road 152. All of those roads are nice immediately coming out of Llano. One area we're going to head back towards is, oh wow, that's nice.
There was some Indian blanket in there too.
Yeah, I saw that.
There you go.
We're on FM 1431 right now between Marble Falls and Kingsland. We're going to go find the railroad tracks for us to take some pictures in. Don't worry, we'll be safe. We're not going to stand on the railroad tracks. So anyhow, those roads, Highway 71, north of 29 on the way to Pontotoc. Man, we came through there at night and we could see the thick stands of Indian paintbrushes and bluebonnets in the headlights, y'all. We haven't had a chance to get back there during the day. Y'all got to drive that area.
Yeah, looks like it's really,
oh
really
my
thick
gosh,
out there.
oh my gosh. So guys, the rain is helping everything, but don't dilly-dally, because if the temperatures warm up, that means the grasses are going to start getting ahead of them as well. But oh my word, we are looking at beautiful stuff right now on FM 1431. Like I said, between Marble Falls and Kingsland.
And don't let the rain discourage you. The colors pop in the rain.
Don't let the overcast or a drizzle discourage you. I'm telling you guys, the intensity of the colors will be greater than it is when you're there on a sunny day and it blows out your colors. You will have white skies if you have a cloud deck, you know, real low and stuff. So learn how to composite your skies in Photoshop. But other than that, oh my gosh. Guys, I'm recommending the Texas Hill Country in the areas we've talked about with absolutely no hesitation. It has been 5 long years of drought that I know of that the Texas Hill Country has not bloomed very nicely. So just like you guys should have learned from Muleshoe, don't wait around and don't tell yourself I'll get out there next year. Figure out a way. I'm going to say it this way. On a Friday or a Monday, it's so nice out here, it's worth pulling the kids out of school. But I think it's state testing time right now, so I didn't say that because I'm a state testing coordinator back home in Virginia. I know what that does for those people. And speaking of which, I am moving back down to Texas in the summer. So any of you teachers, principals, or superintendents, I am looking for a job. So I gotta have a job that's in the teacher retirement system. So anyone who knows, anyone have any connections, I'm looking for a job along the 281 corridor in the Texas Hill Country. Any of y'all looking for a state testing coordinator, I know Pearson, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know I know what I'm doing. So anyhow, if you do happen to know anyone, just message me on the Facebook page because I certainly appreciate it because I'm moving back in July. Oh wow, that's really nice. So anyhow, we will talk to you guys. We'll give you a report tonight. We're going to be staying in Fredericksburg tonight, so that's where we're headed. We're taking the long path to get there, and then we will try to do a night shot or a morning shot of Enchanted Rock in the next couple of days, so we're really looking forward to that. Other than that, get yourselves out here this weekend. They should be gorgeous after this rain. Don't let an overcast sky scare you off. It's worth it. And like I said, if you don't have any state testing going on in your kids' school, take them out of school and take them out here. But don't tell everybody I said that. Talk to you guys later.